Good morning, everybody. So if you guys lose me on on sound, and just log out and go back in or minimize it. But good morning, beautiful morning in Hawaii. I'm on Highway 132, checking out the cracks again. I was here about 1 o'clock this morning, and now I am back here again. So there's multiple amount of cracks that is happening right now, and part of the road is starting to sink. So there's definitely something going on over here, and also there's more cracks that is being developed a little further down, about 100 yards down from the cracks from yesterday. I'll check them out. So again, on Highway 132, right past Noni Farm Road, more cracks are developing, and part of the road is starting to sink. So it's starting to lose its integrity, and then also more cracks are developing. So hold on, let me check it out. So these ones are getting bigger. You've seen last night. Painted it. So between these cracks here and that crack there, you see this little, and that the road is starting to sink right in that area. You can tell already. So something's about to happen here. Good morning. Good morning, cousin. So if you guys cruising, anybody cruising this way, and slow down. Pretty crazy. So again, Highway 132, more cracks is developing. Also, there's some cracks downwards, down towards the other, about another 100 yards down. The road is starting to lift right here.
So you don't 96 soup.
Good morning, everybody. If you guys seen my earlier post about cracks on Highway 132, and Highway 132 is possibly sinking right now. So this is the new development update. just had some sources give me a call and text me while I was on Highway 132. They said there's possibly a new fissure that has opened up. It's behind or a little bit past PGV. You know, there's something going on right now. So the new fissure that I'm hearing has opened up past PGV in a papaya field east of PGV. So we're headed there. I'm headed there right now to kind of get more information of where it's at. We'll see where it's at, and yeah, that's a new thing coming up. So again, everybody, look like get some action at PGV, east of PGV, so nothing close to PGV right now. So it looked like the dike has gone past, and I just got word from a couple of who text me about police making checks right now, and also a couple of the PGV workers said that there's some action due east of PGV, pretty much in papaya fields. So we're gonna go make some checks right now, see if you know, we can find anything. Also, just to let you know, Highway 132, tons of earthquakes in that area, and also possibly the road is starting to sink and more cracks are developing. So that's what's happening now. Looks like there might be a new fissure opening up right now, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get some footage for you guys on this early morning.
Hi guys, it's me, Sarah Madison from KHON2 News. I'm here between Pahoa and Kapoho, right next to a new fissure that just broke out a little bit, I would say about half a mile away from Highway 132. Okay, here it goes. I'm gonna flip this camera here. Sorry, we're running over here just so you guys can see this. I have to catch my breath. Now, it's right there behind those trees. If you can see orange, that's lava coming out right now. I'll get a little closer. Now, cell reception is spotty, so I'm gonna stay on this as long as I can, but I might get cut off. I'm gonna stay quiet because I want you to listen to the lava coming out of the ground. It sounds like a roaring noise, like an ocean hitting rocks. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm gonna stay silent so you guys can hear it. Seems like this is in a field, not anywhere near homes. Again, right by Highway 132 between Pahoa and Kapoho. Now the Puna geothermal is about a mile away. And we heard there was a fissure that broke out near there. We don't know if this is the 16th fissure or maybe the 17th. We don't know yet. You guys hear that? My photographer is out trying to get a shot. You can see beyond those trees the ash. It's right over there. be with me, but I can't find him right now. I'm gonna just... this is as close as I can get. You can't really see it. Eric! Eric! Eric Bateman is my photographer. I can't find him. He went past those trees. And I'm not too sure where the lava is flowing to, so I'm just going to stay where I am right now, just for my own safety. Now, we did talk to public work crews who were checking this crack on Highway 132, and they said that around 3 o'clock in the morning they felt an earthquake, and I think that's how the 16th fissure erupted. And now we find this one right over here, again, a little off Highway 132, between Pu'u and Kapoho. I hope you guys can see some of that orange lava right now. It's really hard to tell, but we are, I would say, less than half a mile away from it. You could hear it, it is so loud. Slightly worried about where my photographer went. Ikaika Marzo also showed up here. Eric Bathan, my photographer, followed Ikaika Marzo to get closer to the fissure. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna stay here just for my own safety because now I'm by myself in the middle of this field. I'm waiting for my photographer to hopefully get back to me. Oh, there we go. You see that? Orange lava. I hear a helicopter in the air. I can't tell. I think that's the Hawaii County Fire Department. Eric, can you hear me? Okay. I mean, Eric's smart. He knows what he's doing. And he's not going to sacrifice his safety. And that's the most important thing I want you guys to know. Like, we are doing this at a safe place, at a comfortable level. We wouldn't do anything to sacrifice that or compromise that at all. All right, I'm going to change views. I mean, this is as close as I can get, but it seems like you can't really see it. So I'm going to head back further until maybe you could see that better. All right. So I'm going to still stay on this, you guys. And for those of us who are just joining us, again, I am in a field between Pu'u and Kapoho, just right off of Highway 132. Right next to a fissure that erupted. Not too sure if this is the 16th or the 17th, but definitely a new one. I'm going to stay silent because I want you to hear the lava spewing out of the ground. It sounds like right there. That's a really good view if you could see it. Right there. I'm pointing it right there. If you could just see that small pocket of window right there, you could see lava coming out of the ground, spewing out. Now, there hasn't been a lava eruption, according to Civil Defense, since Thursday, so this all of a sudden popped up. But we knew that an eruption can happen any moment because there were still earthquakes going on. There was still steam coming out of the cracks, and that tells you that this is not over. Can you guys tell me if you guys can see it? Can you see it? It's right there. Pointing to it right now, that small window behind the trees. You can see the lava come out. Can you guys see that? Okay, someone's telling me to zoom in. Oh, there we go. There. Okay, someone's asking me if I could turn the camera. Maybe that might help. I don't know. Nope. Eric, is that you? I heard someone, but I don't think that's Eric. Can you guys see it? I'm pointing to it right now. right there. Please let me know if you guys could see it, if I need to zoom in more. Right there. Eric, is that you?
No.
Oh!
Sorry.
That's all right. Have you seen my
I did not
photographer?
see Eric in there.
Okay.
My goodness, Fred, that's all I saw.
Okay. Right there. Can you guys see that? Please tell me if you see it. I can try to get a better angle. Again, I'm not going to compromise my safety. But I just want you guys to know, for those of us who are just joining us now, that I am just off of Highway 132. Just off of Highway 132 between Pahoa and Kapoho. A fissure has erupted. We're a half a mile away from the Puna geothermal venture. I'm in a field. There are no structures around me. Oh, shoot. Where'd it go? There we go. Again, I'm right off of Highway 132 between Pahoa and Kapoho. Here, we don't know if this is the 17th fissure or the 16th or the 17th. We don't know, but definitely a new one that popped up just now. I would say about half an hour ago. I'm gonna stay silent because I want you guys to hear the lava. It is an unusual sound, especially when you're inland, not next to the ocean, because it sounds like waves hitting the rocks. Okay. All right. So you guys, I'm gonna stay live on Facebook as long as I can, but I'm gonna actually move back because I don't know if you can tell on your camera, but it seems like it's getting closer to me. And I just saw a few guys heading back the other direction too. So I'm gonna do the same. Again, I do feel safe and I would never put my own safety at risk just to get the shot. I just want to let you guys know that. Staying on this. Can you guys see that and hear that? I'm gonna call Eric. Okay, there we go. That's a better view. That's the lava right there spewing out of a new fissure that opened this morning. Again, we're in between Pahoa and Kapoho, just off of Highway 132. No structures in the area. All right. I'm getting further back, you guys. Sorry for the shaky video. Trying to walk backwards, but I am moving away from this area right now. right.
Which one do you want?
I went further back, just because I think
First one was a minute.
it seemed like at the moment the lava was heading towards me, but it's actually staying in one spot. I'm just going to stay at a safe different distance. Again, I'm not going to compromise my safety for this, but I want you guys to know that I am just off of Highway 132 between Ohia and Kapoho. A new fissure just erupted. We don't know if it's the 16th or the 17th now. About half a mile to a mile that way. That's where the Pu'u geothermal is. And we are right here at this new fissure that erupted this morning. We see ash, rocks, and lava spewing out of the ground right behind those trees. Right behind that tree line is where the lava is. Erupting right now as we speak. If you guys can hear that, let me know if you guys can hear that. That's the lava. It sounds like the ocean. It's hard to see, but right behind those trees is lava spewing out right now. And that looks like the fire department is here now. Fire department is here.
Hey, this road go back out, eh? Let's go down to Kapoho.
I haven't seen Eric, my photographer, but I know that he would never compromise his own safety either. He should be safe, even though I haven't seen him yet. I am in a safe distance. The fire department is here. Officials are here now. So I'm going to stay with where they are. I'm just going to show you that they're right here. They just got here. Again, we're in an open field right off of Highway 132 between Ohia and Kapoho. You guys could see the orange popping out from behind the tree line.
Inside the building down near the FIssure, and I want to say I'm 100. This is where you was there. Yeah, right by the gate there.
Okay, now there's some people that want to get closer. The fire officials are here. They see this happening.
You can call police officers over here. You know, from what these guys tell me, standing guys down there filming it.
All right. I'm in a safe area. I'm with officials.
Maybe you can move this car over, get a little more room.
Okay. All right. So The firefighters are telling me I gotta move my car out of the way, so I'm gonna have to stop this.
Okay. Thank you.
So Eric is not missing. He doesn't have his cell phone, so I cannot call him, but he is with Ikaika Marzo. Hopefully he has his cell phone. I'll give him a call. I gotta move my car right now, so I have to end this. But I just want to let you know, just one last look. Behind those trees is a new fissure that opened up. Lava is spewing out right now. We're right off of...
Happening right now between Highway 132 and Pohiki Road. I have my SO2 meter is 0 right now, so not too bad, but check it out. So this is between Highway 132 and Pohiki Road. So this is happening today. So Highway 132 and Pu'u Road is right in the middle, headed down towards Highway 132. This one has a lot of volume, not bad, pretty good. So it's confirmed. Between Highway 132 and Pohiki Road, halfway between. If you guys draw a line from the last fissures to now to this one, pretty much on the same line. Yeah, not too bad, good volume. So it's pretty much in on open pasture. Yeah, head on road come down to this area, so
Wait, I'm gonna go down rip a little bit.
we got a nice river coming down right here. It's kind of slowing down. It's headed down towards Kilauea, so headed down towards Highway 132. That's what it's doing. You know, if you look at all the fissures, and so this is confirmed fissure 16. The fissure above Highway 130 wasn't confirmed, but you know, we like to confirm it. But this is it right there. So the SO2 levels is 0 right now on my meter. But it's happening. This is on the east side of PGV. So the lava has passed PGV.
Wow, it's really hot down there, man. Try to, you guys get good shots a little farther down. A little better view. Alright. It's really hot though down there.
So again, it's headed that way, so you know, it's kind of in the middle. It's not really in anybody's yards or anything, so it's actually, this is good news. It's not really, you know, affecting anybody close by, but you know, it's headed that way. So yeah. Wait, come here. it's all good. Okay, so that's this FIssure 16. You know, FIssure 16 between Highway 132 and Pu'u Road. It's confirmed. There you go.
Agent on a mission to attack terrorist cells. Authorities say the 38-year-old had an AR-15 rifle, a shotgun, multiple handguns, and more than 800 rounds of ammunition, along with 18 knives and body armor. We're told all the guns are legally registered to him, and having them in his hotel room is also legal. Authorities took the man to a hospital for a mental health evaluation.
There was no danger. The gentleman was here. He was a guest staying here. He left, and then there was an FBI and police investigation.
Police sources say they found psychiatric medication in the room, allowing them to seize the weapons until he's deemed mentally fit. The man's been living in Hawaii for about 3 years in a Makiki apartment. He'd been at the hotel for a few days.
On the Big Island, a work furlough inmate is accused of stabbing a man at a bus terminal in Hilo last night. Police arrested Daniel Kahaleua Sr. when he later returned to the Hawaii Community Correctional Center. The 50-year-old victim underwent surgery and is reportedly recovering. The case has been classified as a first-degree assault. On Oahu, a fire at the Kapahulu Safeway nearly 2 weeks ago was intentionally set. According to HFD investigators, the blaze prompted an evacuation and caused $600,000 in damage. Police have opened an arson case.
These are areas where the helicopters can't land for whatever reason.
With a rising risk of explosions at Kilauea, how is the National Guard planning for a worst-case scenario?
Plus, a man with money trouble is now dealing with a stuck barge in Ke'ehi Lagoon, but a friend is pleading for patience.
And a $44 million rail problem may finally have a solution. The new plan to bridge a budget gap next at 10.
Major traffic alert for Central Oahu drivers. Starting tonight, Kamehameha Highway is closed in both directions between Ka'uka Boulevard and Lani Kuhana Avenue. Now, it will remain closed through Monday morning at 5 o'clock. It's all for bridge rehabilitation work. In Moanalua, a continuous 24-hour closure is in place on Jared White Road. The right southbound lane is closed from Ala Mahamoy Street for emergency sewer repair work. For real-time traffic updates, download the Hawaii News Now app. I'm Lacey Denise. Start off your workweek commute with me Monday morning on Sunrise.
in there, and it has some excellent resources. I pointed here to the two locations on that site that I would advise. The one on the right is called the VOG model, and it has an animation. You click on the animation and it shows you where the VOG will be over the next 2 days, forecasting out for 2 days. So although we don't know yet the exact concentrations of VOG right around here, the monitoring stations are in the process of being set up. We know where the wind's going to be, and we know if it's going to blow trade winds or it's going to blow south or somewhere in between. And you can monitor that on this site, and you can actually look ahead a day and a half or 2 days by following this site. So it's an animation. You can slow it down and watch it real slow. The timeline goes on the top, and it visualizes
the Hawaii National Guard
here,
is preparing for the possibility of steam explosions at Halema'uma'u that could send ash flying for 12 miles. Our Leilani Richardson reports on their training for a mass evacuation at the Hilo airports.
The Hawaii National Guard stands ready to evacuate 2,000 people from the East Rift Zone if necessary. Now, what they have at their disposal is 4 Black Hawk helicopters. 2 of them do the aerial surveys, and this one is the medevac. You can tell it by the red cross here. It is an HH-60 helicopter. Now, one thing that it has is a special hoist where they attach a huge bucket to it. It can carry up to 500 pounds. If there was a mass evacuation, what they do is they lower this hoist, and it is so heavy it can actually penetrate the forest, go down to the ground, and they can lift the evacuees up to safety. It's a look inside the Emergency Operations Center near the Hilo Airport. Several soldiers are planning evacuation operations and part of what's called a battle rhythm or schedule. They're planning for a worst-case scenario, which would be a violent steam-induced explosion at Halema'uma'u crater and outbreaks of lava that sever communities where troops would be deployed by air and on the ground.
These are areas where the helicopters can't land for whatever reason. Now that's very restricted, but we understand that if someone is in an area we can't land and they need help, we're going to have to hoist them out.
For one guardsman, the mission for a mass evacuation hits
Barge is trying to free his grounded vessel at Ke'ehi Lagoon. DLNR says the man had been illegally hooked up to a buoy, then he moved to another spot, but the vessel came off its mooring. HFD says there's no fuel leaks or any other hazard. A friend of the owner says he often uses his homemade crane to help other boaters.
He's a real hard worker, and he's had a really bad streak, and the guy is really a lifesaver for a lot of people. So I just wanted everybody to know that, you know, he needs a little help.
The state also says he has unpaid fees for a sunken power boat. HFD says crews are on standby to assist the man if he asks for help.
A debate over money for the Honolulu Rail project has led to a compromise. Honolulu City Council leaders announced today that they agreed to use borrowed money for a potential $44 million budget shortfall. The mayor says that the decision was key to federal approval of the city's financial plan for the project.
A setback in the battle against rapid Ohia death, the unfortunate discovery a bit later tonight.
First, tis a season for happy families and graduates piled high with lei. We'll tell you about 2 big commencement ceremonies tomorrow, next at 10. Hey, Jen.
And a big weekend for moms, too. I'll have that Mother's Day forecast coming up right after the break. Here's a live look outside. You can see it's a gorgeous night out there. Will the trade winds return? I'll have the details ahead.
From Hawaii News Now and your team for severe weather, this is your forecast with Jennifer Robbins.
Happy Aloha Friday, everyone. Make sure you let Mom know how much you appreciate her. Mother Nature is actually going to provide moms beautiful weather as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to take Mom outside, maybe do a little bit of surfing, hiking, looking pretty good. We have the trade winds making a comeback, 10 to 20 miles per hour tomorrow, a little bit stronger as we head into Sunday, and then a few passing windward and Mauka showers. As far as temperatures, the spread 82 to 85 degrees on Sunday, and the winds coming out of the east at 10 to 20, at times 25 miles per hour. Tonight, we're slowly cooling down. It was a muggy day with the south winds, also very foggy, and that's going to clear out of the way as those trade winds pick up tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s, but take a look at Kona at 80 degrees right now. Our high pressure fan will be back in charge. It's going to be anchored to the north of us, gaining strength as we head into the next several days. In fact, we will see gusty conditions really taking over on Sunday, maybe lasting through Monday. As we head into next week, we'll have the classic trade winds all week long. A little bit on the breezy side on Sunday, and that's why we'll have a small craft advisory. You can see double digits across the state, lasting through Monday as well. And that will help push out the fog that has approached from Maui County all the way to Kauai, and we will see that push offshore. But as you know, with the activity going on Hawaii Island, still elevated there, and we will continue to see that. 77 to 85 degrees, big improvements though overall with the winds picking up. 4 to 7 holding steady in the country, 2 to 4 on the west side, 1 to 3 on town side, and 1 to 3 on east facing shores. And hats off to all of you grads, a big congratulations, you deserve it. 77 to 85 degrees tomorrow. We'll have the trade winds as we go into your Saturday, and you see temperatures looking very nice across the board. And check out the next 7 days in Hawaii. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy the trade winds that are going to be here for quite some time.
Oh, that's great to hear. Graduation season is here.
Yeah, more than 800 Leeward Community College graduates got their diplomas in Pearl City tonight. And that's not all. Honolulu Community College and UH Engineering School held ceremonies tonight at the Blaisdell and the Waikiki Shell.
And then tomorrow, UH Manoa is holding 2 commencement programs at the Stand Sheriff at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Retired General Eric Shinseki is the keynote speaker for both. For a list of graduation ceremonies and times, go to hawaiinewsnow.com. Ahead tonight, a stiff competition to get a spot in the City and County Summer Fun program.
To win that big excellence award, it felt great.
And that Oahu robotics team is back from an international competition with big news next at 10. fungus linked to rapid Ohia death has turned up on Kauai. DLNR says at least 5 trees tested positive in a remote area of the Moloa'a forest. It is the first time the disease has been detected outside the Big Island. Officials have no idea how it got to Kauai.
If there's any silver lining to this, it's that it isn't the more aggressive form that causes widespread mortality and kills trees very quickly. However, we're still going to treat this very serious.
There's no known cure for the fungus. So far, it's killed 75,000 acres of Ohia on the Big Island.
A team of whiz kids from Manoa Elementary School has captured the biggest prize at the biggest international robotics competition in the world. The Manoa Green Tigers STEM and robotics team beat 400 other teams to capture the Excellence Award at the VEX IQ Challenge in Louisville, Kentucky. They were up against teams from China, Canada, Europe, and the U.S.
Everyone was happy, and we were all running up to the stage to receive the award.
I knew we tried our best, even if they liked it or not. I knew we did a good job.
For us as a school, really we want to continue to promote innovation, and this is one way that we can do that.
The Green Tigers robotics team is an after-school organization for 4th and 5th graders, and they recently started a Tiger Cub program for 3rd graders.
Way to go! A summer fun registration opens tomorrow. There's typically long lines like this for parents the night before registration opens because it's based on a first-come, first-served basis. It'll open tomorrow morning for residents in Leeward, Central, Windward Oahu, and the North Shore from 9 to noon. East and West Honolulu will get to register next week, Saturday.
And while the time was short, it was most certainly sweet.
Tough break for Auli'i Carvalho, but she's handling it like a pro. What's next for the Hawaii actress?
And the big wave surfer from Maui wins a prestigious award after the break.
Don't forget, Scoring Live is a place to keep up with Hawaii sports. Look for it at HawaiiNewsNow.com.
Selected wardrobe for Hawaii News Now anchors provided by Saks Fifth Avenue. Celebrate Nurses and Teachers Appreciation Week in May with our World of Beauty at Saks Fifth Avenue, Waikiki.
You're watching Keahi Tucker and Stephanie Love on Hawaii News Now, your source for breaking news.
Maui has one of the best big wave spots in the world at Peahi, so it's no surprise it also has some of the best surfers in the world.
Including a 30-year-old woman who's breaking gender barriers. Taryn Hatcher has the story new at 10.
Like we're going to get this first set underway, and here's Paige. Paige Alms. Big drop for the Maui girl.
As the world of women's big wave surfing continues to grow, there's one surfer dominating the sport, Haiku's own Paige Alms. Recently, she was awarded the WSL's Women's Best Performance of the Year for the 3rd time in her career and the 2nd time in as many years. And while it seems Alms owns this early era of XXL size swells, she says she's surprised as ever to add another honor to her collection.
For sure, I'm super happy to win again. It's definitely an honor and a privilege, and I was shocked, kind of. I wasn't really expecting it, but I'm very grateful and hope to do an even better performance next year.
Alms attributes her success to her time growing up on Maui. She says she first paddled out into massive sets at Peahi at 15 years old and has been addicted to the thrill of the Valley Isle's most notorious wave ever since.
I'd say hands down that Peahi is the best big wave in the world that has been surfed so far. Who knows what else is out there, but I'd say pretty much everyone agrees on that.
Watch out. We've got a ride from Paige Alms again. Airdrop.
I do have the utmost biggest respect for that place, and I think that that's why it's rewarded me with so many amazing waves and times out there. I really, truly, every single time I ever paddle out there, I paddle out with respect and feeling very grateful and giving gratitude to the place and our surroundings and just being able to do what we do.
Taryn Hatcher, Hawaii News Now.
Whew, look at the size of those waves. Scary.
How about that? Jen, does that inspire you to get out there? And
I know. I mean, she makes it look so easy.
yeah, that's the trick. Finally tonight, the end of a TV series may bring new opportunities for Hawaii's rising star, Auli'i Carvalho.
Hi, friends. First, I wanted to say to all of you, thank you so much for your support on Rise. And second, I wanted you to know that we unfortunately have not gotten picked up for a 2nd season. But, as they say, blessings upon blessings, and while the time was short, it was most certainly sweet.
Oh, we are so proud of how far she's come. Well, after 1 season, NBC has canceled the show Rise, in which Carvalho played a high school student who found her groove in the drama department. So, what's next for Auli'i? Well, she'll be graduating from Kamehameha schools on May 26th. Auli'i is also expected at the Hawaiian language screening of Disney's Moana. That's set to debut next month at the Ko'olina Resort. I know tickets are free for that event, but you do need to make reservations to attend.
Yeah, she got a lot of buzz for being in the show and big things to come. She just signed with the WME Talent Agency. She's going to return as the voice of Moana in Disney's Ralph Breaks the Internet Wreck-It Ralph 2 movie. Hey. And there's a lot of talk as well about her being in a Friday Night Lights movie reboot. And other things as well.
So there's no slowing her down, even though
it's just the beginning. Have a good weekend.
Aloha.
With the Hawaii News Now mobile app, breaking news is in the palm of your hand. Sponsored by Little Caesars Pizza with 5 locations on Oahu.
Right now at 10, anxiously waiting for the next outbreak, Puna families face rising gas levels.
I can really smell it now.
Meantime, geologists warn of fresh lava coming to the surface, which could produce faster flows.
And with crater explosions possible, the National Guard trains for mass evacuations.
All that plus serious firepower seized from an Oahu hotel. So why wasn't the owner arrested?
In high definition, from KGMB and KHNL, this is your source for breaking news. Hawaii News Now at 10.
Signs of action on the Big Island tonight. Another thick plume rose from Halema'uma'u crater at about 6:30 this evening, possibly from a rockfall.
That was quickly followed by new emissions of steam and gas near Leilani Estates, apparently coming from some widening cracks on Highway 132. There have also been about 60 small earthquakes today, but at this hour, no reports of new lava outbreaks.
However, geologists not only expect the eruption to continue, they believe hotter, fresher magma could be making its way to the surface.
The area that is downslope of the region of the rift zone that has received new magma in the form of this intrusion, or that could receive new magma if the intrusion continues to progress to the east. What has come out of the ground so far looks to be similar to the 1955 lava chemistry. It's cool, it's a little sluggish, and that's one reason we haven't had well-developed lava flows yet.
That fresher lava they're expecting is much gassier and has the potential to create longer, faster moving flows. Also today, the federal government approved the Presidential Disaster Declaration for the Big Island, providing funding for security, geologists, and the military.
We start our team coverage tonight focusing on the high levels of sulfur dioxide coming from Kilauea and Leilani Estates. Ben Gutierrez is here with new information. Ben.
Thanks very much. The increase in fog will depend a lot on how long the eruptive phase lasts in Leilani Estates, but you saw a lot of hazy skies today, and they could have been a lot worse. The air over Honolulu today, a direct result of the fissures opening in Leilani Estates, spewing lava and gases for the past week.
We have a plume of fog that kind of split around the Big Island a day and a half ago, and it's worked its way here. Luckily, it's not the full plume, it's just a small fraction of the plume.
The forecast models for volcanic haze and sulfur dioxide show the majority of the plume headed south of the smaller islands, but the fissures in Lower Puna are now showing up on the forecast maps, and they're pumping out a lot of emissions into the air over the islands, especially the Big Island.
It was around 1,500 tons per day, and it has climbed over 10,000 tons per day.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So today we have a new fissure, Fissure 16, that opened this morning at 6:45, and it's about 1 mile northeast of Fissure 15, which is at the northeast end of the existing vent system. There is minor spattering occurring from that vent, and there is a small lava flow forming, but we don't have any additional observations at this time that conditions could change quickly. There's also been elevated earthquake activity and ground deformation in this area.
Sherry Bracken here, Mahalo Broadcasting and Hawaii Public Radio. I'm not asking about the impacts of the geothermal plant, but could you be more specific about where the Fissure 16 is, how far it is from Leilani Estates and from the geothermal plant, and in which direction the spattering is going, if it is going, please?
Sure. The new fissure is pretty much 1 mile northeast of Leilani Estates. The last fissures were kind of right on the northeast edge of that, so it's about 1 mile, and it's along the exact same line that has been erupting since the beginning. And the minor lava flows that seem to be occurring are moving towards the northeast, so continuing along that same direction. However, they're not very far from the vent at this stage.
Okay, good morning. This is Janet Babb, USGS Hawaii Volcano Observatory. There was a question about the specific location of the fissure that, that opened this morning. These are the latitude, longitude coordinates. If you have your pencils ready, 19.478607 minus 154.876194. That's the lat long. The fissure is about a mile northeast, as Wendy said, of the Leilani fissure. Generally speaking, it's about 0.8 of a mile southeast of the PGV plant. We just picked up one building in the plant there and did a quick measurement. So it's generally speaking about 0.8 of a mile southeast of PGV plant. The fissure itself is small, and the way it was described to me that it's so small it could hardly be called a fissure. You know, a fissure is generally a linear ground crack. It is still spattering, and that's the extent of the information I have.
Alright guys, so I am outside of my house. It smells okay. It doesn't smell like sulfur, so it's looking pretty good. The sky, I can actually see the stars, so that means there's no clouds left, which is good. The rain has probably helped take a lot of the sulfur out of the air, if there was any. The wind's calm. I did just feel an earthquake. It was confirmed a couple minutes ago by coppertropicals and a couple other people. It was a 2.9. I thought it was a 3+. But yeah, it was a 2.9, and it was kind of close. It's really weird because at this point in the game, any kind of really, really low noise I'm associating with some kind of vibration that's about to take place. Hold on, I gotta let the dog back inside. And yeah, so, you know, you kind of almost hear it before you actually feel it in some ways, but I know that's not necessarily true. It just feels like that. In any case, everything's good on Maui, or the Big Island, all the islands. I'm originally from Maui, by the way. But, yeah, everything's okay over here. If the Leilani slump, which is what someone was concerned about, and a lot of people could be. I know I was, especially if it had 6.9. We would need a much bigger earthquake for that thing to slip. If it got through a 6.9, these little 2.0s probably would not be messing with it too much. It would be more about the mass that's accumulating in that area because of the lava. So if that's the case, don't get too concerned about a mega tsunami from that slump until after a really big magnitude earthquake happens. Something 7.5, 8.0 and above. So that's at least my opinion. I'm not a geologist, not a government paid scientist. Anyway, peace out guys. Have a good night. Alright guys, so
closed through Monday morning at 5 o'clock. It's all for bridge rehabilitation. 5 o'clock. It's all for bridge rehabilitation work. In Moanalua, a continuous 24-hour closure is in place on Jared White Road. The right southbound lane is closed from Ala Mahamoy Street for emergency sewer repair work. For real-time traffic updates, download the Hawaii News Now app. I'm Lacey Denise. Start off your workweek commute with me Monday morning on Sunrise.
The Hawaii National Guard is preparing for the possibility of steam explosions at Halema'uma'u that could send ash flying for 12 miles. Our Leilani Richardson reports on their training for a mass evacuation at the Hilo airport.
The Hawaii National Guard stands ready to evacuate 2,000 people from the East Rift Zone if necessary. Now, what they have at their disposal is 4 Black Hawk helicopters. 2 of them do the aerial surveys, and this one is the medevac. You can tell it by the red cross here. It is an HH-60 helicopter. Now, one thing that it has is a special hoist where they attach a huge bucket to it. It can carry up to 500 pounds. If there was a mass evacuation, what they do is they lower this hoist, and it is so heavy it can actually penetrate the forest, go down to the ground, and they can lift the evacuees up to safety. It's a look inside the Emergency Operations Center near the Hilo airport. Several soldiers are planning evacuation operations and part of what's called a battle rhythm or schedule. They're planning for a worst-case scenario, which would be a violent steam-induced explosion at Halema'uma'u crater and outbreaks of lava that sever communities where troops would be deployed by air and on the ground.
These are areas where the helicopters can't land for whatever reason. Now that's very restricted, but we understand that if someone is in an area we can't land and they need help, we're going to have to hoist them out.
For one guardsman, the mission for a mass evacuation hits close to home since he grew up in Upper Puna and still lives there today.
Definitely hits home. It's nice to be a part of a mission that is in our backyard. At the same time, it's surreal. I'm proud to do the mission, but yet, I'm not happy that we have the mission, obviously.
The commander of this task force says one thing that's not part of their readiness plan is the possible threat to Puna geothermal. They say in order for that to be a part of their plan, they need marching orders from Hawaii County Civil Defense. And at this point, they haven't requested help for that. They say the bigger concern is Madam Pele herself. Now, these two medevac helicopters are brand new, so they have never been on a rescue mission. So training is very important right now. And the military says they are ready at a moment's notice if they get the call. Reporting from Lyman Airfield in Hilo, I'm Leilani Richardson, Hawaii News Now.
Back on Oahu, the owner of a 50-foot barge is trying to free his grounded vessel at Ke'ihi Lagoon. DLNR says the man had been illegally hooked up to a buoy, then he moved to another spot, but the vessel came off its mooring. HFD says there's no fuel leaks or any other hazard. A friend of the owner says he often uses his homemade crane to help other boaters.
He's a real hard worker, and he's had a really bad streak, and the guy is really a lifesaver for a lot of people. So I just want everybody to know that, he needs a little help.
The state also says he has unpaid fees for a sunken power boat. HFD says crews are on standby to assist the man if he asks for help.
A debate over money for the Honolulu Rail project has led to a compromise. Honolulu City Council leaders announced today that they agreed to use borrowed money for a potential $44 million budget shortfall. The mayor says that the decision was key to federal approval of the city's financial plan for the project.
A setback in the battle against rapid Ohia death, the unfortunate discovery a bit later tonight.
First, tis a season for happy families and graduates piled high with lei. We'll tell you about two big commencement ceremonies tomorrow, next at 10. Hey, Jen.
And a big weekend for moms, too. I'll have that Mother's Day forecast coming up right after the break. Here's a live look outside. You can see it's a gorgeous night out there. Will the trade winds return? I'll have the details ahead.
From Hawaii News Now and your team for severe weather, this is your forecast with Jennifer Robbins.
Happy Aloha Friday, everyone. Make sure you let Mom know how much you appreciate her. Mother Nature is actually going to provide moms beautiful weather as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to take Mom outside, maybe do a little bit of surfing, hiking, looking pretty good. We have the trade winds making a comeback, 10 to 20 miles per hour.
This is Tina Neal from the U.S. Geological Survey's Hawaiian Volcano Observatory on May 12th. Activity continues at several spots here on Kilauea Volcano. In the Lower East Rift Zone, the ongoing eruption has had a new outbreak at about 6:45 this morning. A new fissure segment opened about a mile to the northeast of the existing fissure system, including fissures 1 through 15. Field information is still coming in, but at the last report there was spattering occurring at this fissure number 16, but no significant lava flow had developed. So that's an evolving situation we'll be watching as carefully as we can. Up here at the summit, the overlook vent continues to produce a very robust plume of what looks to be steam and a little bit of ash. We've had some rockfall events that have produced more ash-laden plumes, but as of yet, no significant explosive activity at the summit. We have strong trade wind conditions today, so all of this ash and steam and gas is blowing to the southwest from the Kilauea summit. But it's a situation we are also watching very carefully.
Tomorrow, a little bit stronger as we head into Sunday, and then a few passing windward and Mauka showers. As far as temperatures, the spread 82 to 85 degrees on Sunday, and the winds coming out of the east at 10 to 20, at times 25 miles per hour. Tonight, we're slowly cooling down. It was a muggy day with the south winds, also very foggy, and that's going to clear out of the way as those trade winds pick up tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s, but take a look at Kona at 80 degrees right now. Our high pressure fan will be back in charge. It's going to be anchored to the north of us, gaining strength as we head into the next several days. In fact, we will see gusty conditions really taking over on Sunday, maybe lasting through Monday. As we head into next week, we'll have the classic trade winds all week long. A little bit on the breezy side on Sunday, and that's why we'll have a small craft advisory. You can see double digits across the state, lasting through Monday as well, and that will help push out the fog that has approached from Maui County all the way to Kauai, and we will see that push offshore. But as you know, with the activity going on Hawaii Island still elevated there, we will continue to see that. 77 to 85 degrees, big improvements though overall with the winds picking up. 4 to 7 holding steady in the country, 2 to 4 on the west side, 1 to 3 on town side, and 1 to 3 on east facing shores. And hats off to all of you grads. A big congratulations. You deserve it. 77 to 85 degrees tomorrow. We'll have the trade winds as we go into your Saturday, and you see temperatures looking very nice across the board. And check out the next 7 days in Hawaii. May have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy the trade winds that are going to be here for quite some time.
Oh, that's great to hear. Graduation season is here.
Yeah, more than 800 Leeward Community College graduates got their diplomas in Pearl City tonight. And that's not all. Honolulu Community College and UH Engineering School held ceremonies tonight at the Blaisdell and the Waikiki Shell.
And then tomorrow, UH Manoa is holding 2 commencement programs at the Stan Sheriff at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Retired General Eric Shinseki is the keynote speaker for both. For a list of graduation ceremonies and times, go to hawaiinewsnow.com. And tonight, a stiff competition to get a spot in the City and County Summer Fun program.
To win that big excellence award, it felt great.
And that Oahu robotics team is back from an international competition with big news next at 10.
fungus linked to rapid Ohia death has turned up on Kauai. DLNR says at least 5 trees tested positive in a remote area of the Moloa'a forest. It is the first time the disease has been detected outside the Big Island. Officials have no idea how it got to Kauai.
If there's any silver lining to this, it's that it isn't the more aggressive form that causes widespread mortality and kills trees very quickly. However, we're still going to treat this very serious.
There's no known cure for the fungus. So far, it's killed 75,000 acres of Ohia on the Big Island.
A team of whiz kids from Manoa Elementary School has captured the biggest prize at the biggest international robotics competition in the world. The Manoa Green Tigers STEM and robotics team beat 400 other teams to capture the Excellence Award at the VEX IQ Challenge in Louisville, Kentucky. They were up against teams from China, Canada, Europe, and the U.S.
Everyone was happy, and we were like all running up to the stage to receive the award. I knew we tried our best, even if they liked it or not. I knew we did a good job.
For us as a school, really we want to continue to promote innovation, and this is one way that we can do that.
The Green Tigers robotics team is an after-school organization for 4th and 5th graders, and they recently started a Tiger Cub program for 3rd graders.
Way to go! A summer fun registration opens tomorrow. There's typically long lines like this for parents the night before registration opens because it's based on a first-come, first-served basis. It'll open tomorrow morning for residents in Leeward, Central, Windward, Oahu, and the North Shore from 9 to noon. East and West Honolulu will get to register next week, Saturday.
And while the time was short, it was most certainly sweet.
A tough break for Auli Carvalho, but she's handling it like a pro. What's next for the Hawaii actress?
And the big wave surfer from Maui wins a prestigious award after the break.
Don't forget, Scoring Live is a place to keep up with Hawaii sports. Look for it at hawaiinewsnow.com.
Selected wardrobe for Hawaii News Now anchors provided by Saks Fifth Avenue. Celebrate Nurses and Teachers Appreciation Week in May with our World of Beauty at Saks Fifth Avenue, Waikiki.
Hello everybody, how's everybody doing? So FIssure 16 is still active at this time. It's about 3/4 mile from Lanipuna subdivision. Hello everybody, how's everybody doing? So FIssure 16 is still active at this time. It's about 3/4 mile from Lanipuna subdivision due northeast and about a mile. Southwest from Highway 132. So we are here with some of our friends but fissure 16 is still active, and we're here with some of USGS personnel. And yeah, here we go. Check it out. So again, it's about three quarters of a mile away from Lanipuna subdivision. It is due east northeast, and it's about a mile west southwest of Highway 132. So again, fissure 16 is still active. We still have a lot of some magma coming, liquid magma coming out, and it's still active right now. So no homes are in danger right now as far as lava flows goes, but you know, if it continues down this rift, there'll probably be some homes that will be affected by it, and also the gas emissions that will be produced by this lava flow. So here we go. This is it's east of PGV, and so this fissure is past PGV, east of PGV, but it is a 3/4 of a mile northeast of Lanipuna subdivision, and it is about west, southwest, south, maybe about a mile from Highway 132. So magma is moving due east northeast towards Highway 132 under, but as of right now there is no homes that is being threatened. So we are, you know, Yes, that's right. Geothermal is about, you know, I would say half a mile, a little over half a mile from this eruption. So everybody, you know, everybody that is lower in Puna, right now I would start to get my evacuation plan ready and start thinking about evacuating as soon as possible. But I'm not saying that you should evacuate now, but you should get your evacuation plan ready in effect. So wow, this is amazing how much lava. So it is in Amanda Freitas' cow pasture, and yeah, this is very active right now. So it started to make a hill, or we call it a Pu'u. Highway 132, the cracks are still growing. There is more cracks as we speak, but yeah, this is what we see now. So everybody, as you can see, it's still active. Yeah, it is about 3/4 of a mile northeast of Lani Puna subdivision, and about a mile from Highway 132 going southwest. So it's in the middle of nowhere, so nobody's houses are being affected by it, but it is still here. It's not done. There's still lava coming into the system. There's still lava that is moving due east on that new fissure. So here we go. I'm gonna name this Pu'u. Pu'u Palihemu. That's what I named it. Pu'u Palihemu. Just see all the thing, oh, fully over there. Pu'u Palihemu. Holly.
Aloha everybody, this is Gabe from the Hawaii Institute of Self-Reliance. I'm in my neighborhood about 2 miles, I'm not leaving, and we got some lava here. This is insane. Wow, I'm on Leilani Boulevard and Makamai. Wow, I'm okay though. I just want you to know that I'm doing good, and this is an update. I gotta watch the rocks falling. They're flying about 100 feet. This is a fissure that is opened up and lava is pouring out of it. It's insane. Wow. It's completely covered the road. That's Leilani Boulevard, headed to Pohiki. That's shut off. My neighborhood might be going up in lava. This fissure is very active right now. Okay, I'm on the other side of Makamai, and it's intense. Really intense. The phone lines are down, power lines are down. Oh shit. Yeah, there's another fissure. Wow. I'm danger close, people. I'm getting out of here. Lava falling. Lava falling. Wow. Close as I want to get. Wow. Holy Toledo.